Hello, happy Wednesday everyone. Well, I'm actually filming this on Friday. I've got so many ideas bubbling up in my head and I had a bit of time, so I thought I'm going to film this one in advance, but I do feel like a bit of a cheat that I'm talking to you on a day that I'm not actually uploading this, but doesn't matter really. We'll see what happens for the rest of the week. So today I wanted to think about, do you train your dog often enough? Or how often should you train your dog? Or how much should you be training your dog? And this idea came from a podcast I was listening to about nutrition first and foremost, but also it talks about health and fitness. And the guy was saying that whatever fitness you decide to do, it needs to be sustainable, and you need to think about how much time you have. So if you have 1 day a week to go to the gym, then go to the gym 1 day a week, and that is plenty because that's how much you can do. So think about how often you should be training your dog, and how often can you train your dog, and equally what opportunities can you train your dog into. So I'm quite busy, I work full time and I've got activities I do in an evening and weekends, and so I do a lot of my training really on my walks with my dogs because I'm out with them anyway. So it's a time I've got with them. So we do bits of heel work training, or we do bits of scent work, or we do bits of like recall training obviously, or we might do a few tricks. So I might only spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes training those dogs that day, and that's it. But it's all about fitting it into your life and doing it when you can do it and when you can continue to do that. So if you were thinking about, wanting to train your dogs not to jump up at visitors when they come through the door, for example, if you find it really hard work to do the training that's required, or say to practice the door control manners, or if you say you wanted the advice the training route you'd chosen to do was to teach your dogs to go on their bed instead of jumping up, if you're just, when someone comes to the door, you're just having to get to that door and answer that door, and you're finding you're not really wanting to do it, or maybe feeling like you don't have time to do it, then actually just put your dogs behind a baby gate. You don't have to train the dogs to be under control when someone comes to the door. You can use a management strategy like something like a baby gate. And it's all about thinking that if you're not going to sustain that type of training, or not going to put the effort into that type of training, then it's not really worth doing. You need to think about training your dogs in a way, or to an effort level that you can do and you could sustain. Did you see Zebby run past then? He is having a bit of free time. He's not really up to any trouble. I can see him, so he's just running around being a spaniel. But yeah, think about training your dogs in a way that you can sustain, and it'll be far better to spend 5 minutes training your dog when you boil the kettle, rather than saying to yourself, right, I'm going to train my dogs for 30 minutes every day, and actually those 30 minutes just aren't there in the day for you, or you're just not having the drive and the motivation to do it. Gosh, my arm is really aching. I hate my fingers not in front of a lens. So yeah, first of all, think about how much time do you have, what opportunities in the day could you be using. So for example, if you're watching TV, if you spend 2 hours a night watching TV and you're not fussed about what's on, then do 10 minutes of training with your dog during the TV, or have a pot of treats in the living room, and when the advert comes on, do some training with the dog then. Or, for example, grooming your dogs. If you're like me and you never really spend time grooming the dogs, or give time to groom the dogs, then put a half-hour TV like Big Bang Theory on, and if it's not really something you have to concentrate on too much, then groom the dogs during that time. And just find ways to put it into your schedule, rather than trying to change the schedule to fit the dogs in and actually not being sustainable and realistic. Okay, hope that makes sense. I try not to say that every time because that sounds like it's going to get annoying, and I will see you next Wednesday. Here's Abby. Are you coming up? Oh, there's not really much room for you. Here he is. Have we had a good run? He's exhausted because he's literally probably just ran a couple of miles while I've been sat here. Right, goodbye.